People, deluded, I'm back again now. You lot know I rate Raheem Sterling away from football because you lot know I'm a big Raheem Sterling football fan. Just as a man, because like he's the same age as me. I've seen him develop. I have to relate it to football. I've seen him develop as that guy at QPR to obviously even them silly things like Soccer AM he's doing skill school. Seen him play under 17s World Cup. Got progress to the national team, doing big things, play for Liverpool, win a league title at City and trophies and things. So I've seen him develop. With that, it's well documented. Rightly, wrongly, obviously he's made some mistakes in the way, but nothing. Everything that he's encountered has been nothing short of racism. You've seen many attacks of the man's character, inaccurate reports of the man's character, his tattoos, his family, what he chooses to do with the money he's earned by being a good citizen and playing football, even going and buying stuff from Greggs and toiletries in the pound store. Nothing a man could do without people leaving him alone. It was harassment. It was nothing short of racism. It was vile. The language and the stuff he was being painted against. It's sad, but we live in a society where the majority of people don't think. They jump on this and they get excited. And you see with the protection the internet gives you with being anonymous, you see some of the vile comments that can be said. Sterling, I rate him, man, because you can tell at one point, and it would for all of us, it affected him. It would affect you. It would affect his, I dread to even see it, but his mother, his sister, his brother, his family members, because Sterling must have been hit. But you can imagine for someone's mother that knows the man, that knows all the work he does at charity, now you're seeing all the things that we've been knowing he does, but all of these sort of things, to hear that about your son and things that are inaccurate, it must kill, it must bring you to tears, and it's probably affected Sterling more ways than he can comprehend. What I like to see is that he's finally realised, and maybe that's the help of people around him, Pep or himself. Pardon my language, fuck them, fuck the media, fuck everyone. If you don't like, man, it is what it is. You're going to have your opinion on me regardless. As long as I can look myself in the mirror and know I'm doing the right thing, or the people around me know I'm doing the right thing, or the people that really mess with me know I'm doing the right thing, then what can I say? And I think that's helped his football, on top of obviously improving and trying to learn how to finish and stuff, which I know Pep gets a lot of praise for, and rightly so. The main thing for me is Pep's giving him confidence. But the minute Sterling got in at City before Pep was there, you heard he was working on training. So it's 50-50, we've got to give credit. And I think it helps him on the football pitch. For me, I'm seeing him play with freedom, man. I'm seeing him not care if he's going to miss a shot, if it's going to be in the papers and stuff, because he knows the next opportunity is coming. And it's completely different. I see that to a degree under Emery with Bellerin and Iwobi. He's playing without a handbrake. You can tell he's playing free of the mind, man. He's getting to concentrate on his football. He's become so cerebral. So much respect for Sterling. And I must admit, I'm liking the support. Obviously, you lot know we've always been supporting Sterling, yeah. I'm liking now the news. I'm not going to say all newspapers. I'm not even going to praise no newspapers. But some newspapers, journalists, even ex-footballers, all of these things, it's nice to see they're all coming out and supporting Raheem Sterling now. It's nice to see it. It's nice to see people are now called, even some people that was, I've even seen it, some people that denied that it was racism because either they're intentionally obtuse or not from a certain walk so they can't see it. Some people that actually were campaigning when trying to put him on that stake fire with all of the things that allegedly he did. Now coming and seeing they were talking nonsense and seeing that that he was a victim of racism. But for me, I'm not, again, a lot of people are doing it for sincerity reasons, if that's even a word, but I have to question people. Why has it become cool to support Raheem Sterling now? I have to question the motives. It's cool now to say Raheem Sterling is a victim of racism. It's cool to say these things. If you said it 8 months or so ago, you're playing the race card. You're doing this. You're doing that. It's because of this. Don't get me wrong. He's probably made mistakes. None to this extent. Even look at the language with Phil Foden and well, when he gave the comparison between Phil Foden and himself, the media language, and it's nice to see him calling it out for England racism for what it was against Montenegro. But it just feels to me some people are not being sincere, man. I think we live in a time where a lot of people, especially, it's different, but mental health, I feel mental health, a lot of influencers and people of positions of power make great think pieces and good pieces, but then they're not interested in the actual cause. They're interested in everybody seeing their last name, their Joe Blogs writ this piece because of the commercial opportunities and job prospects that come. I feel everybody in life is self-fulfilling, but only with social media you're actually seeing it. I don't think, obviously a lot of people are being genuine people, but I doubt a lot of these people are being genuine, especially the writers and all these people coming out now and saying Raheem Sterling's a visionary, a pioneer, a role model to the youth, which he is, all of these things, but you lot weren't saying none of this. It's cool to say this now. When you said Raheem Sterling is a victim of racism, what were you hearing? You're playing the race card, mate, and all of this nonsense. You're hearing nonsense. And for me, ex-players as well, again, not everybody has to speak up for everyone, and you don't need to speak up just because of things, saying certain things. I'm not going to name them, but certain footballers I'm seeing that are prominent on BBC and these things. Where were you when Raheem Sterling, when they were talking about his dad, which they shouldn't have, or his mother, or how he uses his money, or making inaccurate comments about his how many kids the man has, inaccurate comments about his kids, inaccurate comments about what he's doing off the field in terms of allegedly being a womanizer, and we know how dangerous that is throughout time, with saying a black man is a womanizer and all of these sort of things, hypersexualized and all of these sort of things. The laughing gas. Now, laughing gas probably should be doing it and stuff, but you know how they run with these things. A lot of these players, where were they? Now it's cool to defend him. I know people get on to Stan Collymore a lot, yeah, and he might have a lot to answer for, but one thing I rate about Stan Collymore is that is one man that was speaking up. Not just him, there's many other examples, was speaking up about this, and people... not to get into his personal life, but people were poking fun and getting at the dark webs or dark web, what's the word? The skeletons in his closet for speaking out about this. I'm seeing so many footballers come out and say, oh, well done, Raheem Sterling this, Raheem Sterling that, and it's good, we need that. But I just have to question the motives. I have to question, were you a coward, or were you scared to lose your commercial opportunities for speaking out about this and for calling it what it was? I have to question this, the sincereness of this, if that's even a word, of some people, because again, I'm happy to see people talking, I'm happy to see people on Raheem Sterling's side, but I don't think any of these people really support Raheem Sterling. They're just being self-fulfilling, and it gets a little buzz and a little trend and things like this. People need to read between the lines. I don't want to sound like a Demi-Downer or nothing. And again, I'm happy that people are speaking about it, but a number of, because I can remember writers' names, because that's what I used to do for some of these pieces. Remember who actually wrote this piece, and I'm seeing them tweet these certain things. Some people, some writers as well, not to name drop them, but some writers that I've sat down and spoken indirectly with at debates and events and stuff like that, have denied that Sterling has been a victim of racism, and now they're bringing up examples from 2011, from this date, from that date of when he was a victim, and it's nice to see they've unlearned their ignorance, or they've stopped playing obtuse, or they just damn right changed their mind. Because I feel in life, or even in football to a degree, it's like people will mock you for having a certain opinion. We're going off topic. For instance, I might think, I don't know, let's just say Danny Welbeck's the best player in the Premier League. I believe that. Now, it's an extreme example, and you probably should mock me for that. But let's just say new information has come alight, and I see that there's Harry Kane, there's Sergio Aguero, and I now think they're the best. People would still mock me for having a Danny Welbeck opinion and not really understand that I've taken on the new information. So if we relate that back to racism or any talk, if they're there and they had these silly, it is nothing short, retarded Stone Age views previously, and they've unlearned that ignorance and stuff, and they're now trying to champion it and help and teach others, then fair play. But I think a lot of these people, they know it's racism. They still don't even actually believe it's racism. They just know you can get clicks and stuff, and I don't condone it. I understand it. This is the belly of the beast sort of thing, and they're trying to pay their bills, but it's just sickening, man. It just bandwagon, and it just shows you human nature, to be fair with you, because a lot of the voices and the tones and just this conversation, where was this when throughout Sterling's journey, man? Where would Sterling be as an individual if he was kind of supported? We all know with the World Cup as well, these sort of things with Sterling, man. I feel Sterling is a great role model. To sit here would be to praise Sterling. I feel the last thing you talk about with Sterling is actually his footballing abilities, which is quite there, and I'm happy to see him rise, man. He is my favourite non-Arsenal player in the Premier League, probably my favourite player regardless. You lot know that, follow me, you know I love Raheem Sterling, man, and just keep it up, man. Ghazi, Talawa and all them thing there, man, they can't get you down, man. They can mock you, they can try and break you, they can put roadblocks in there, but they can't stop him. They can't stop someone with a strong mentality. They can't stop someone who God has blessed. They can't stop greatness, people. So yeah, man, shout out to Raheem Sterling. Keep playing with the freedom, keep manoeuvring with the freedom, keep it up, man. People are supporting you behind this thing, and yeah, man, the end is behind you. But On that note, people, I'm keeping it moving. Deluded, I'm out.